What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Mojo Toy Collection. I'm your boy Junior, and today we're going to be talking about what? Marvel Legends Mojo. Yeah! Stay tuned. And we are back, you guys, and you know how the story goes. Before I open up this bad boy right here, I'm going to be talking about how I got this figure, right? So before even that, this past weekend, Hasbro Pulse announced that they were going to release a 4-pack series, including Mojo, Longshot, and Dazzler, and a little, I think, mini Wolverine for around roughly $130 to $150. I can't remember the price, but they never announced this single figure. But a lot of people have been posting online showcasing that they have been finding this figure out in the wild at Target, and it just blows my mind that Hasbro never announced it, and it kind of goes to show that they tried to low blow us trying to buy this $130 to $150 4-pack while we can just get it for a retail price of $40 to $45. Like, that's ridiculous. You know, I just it just shocks me. But I mean, with that being said, I went to a couple Targets, but lo and behold, the last Target I went to, I saw this on the shelf, and I was so happy. I grabbed it and ran to the front, and like a little fat boy with a piece of chocolate, you know, running from the store, right? But it was so funny. I had to get it, and I'm so excited that now I have this in my possession, because a lot of people are posting prices of this at an outrageous price of like $90 to like $100 on eBay, and I'm like, nah, dog, I found this at Target. I'm cool. I'm smooth off of that, right? But I'm just so glad that I have this in my possession, and I can't wait to showcase this bad boy to you guys. Stay tuned. Alright, you guys, so I unboxed the figure, and first off, I love this figure. It looks amazing, you guys. I mean, the paint articulation and the sculpting overall just stands out. I love it. I mean, let me get a closer shot of his head, and we'll start from there when it comes to the paint articulation. Right here, I mean, look how maniacal this guy looks. I mean, would you want to see him in your nightmares? Hell no, I would not. I mean, it's so grotesque, right? It's just grotesque. But I really love the fact that the paint articulation on it is just so beautiful. I mean, when it comes to the yellow eyes and the pink surrounding his eyes as well, when it comes to the wiring pulling his eyes, it's just amazing. Just in general, just the shading when it comes to, like, say, like his double chin, his shading underneath his chin, his other double chin, his armpit, his elbows, his under his chi-chis. It's just so amazing, you guys. I love it. It's, man, nothing much more to say about it. I really dig the paint articulation and sculpting when it comes to the figure, but when it comes to the mechanical portions of the figure, it kind of, there's a little downfall to it. I feel like they lack the paint articulation and sculpting, and I'll tell you more about it as we go along. But like I said, let's always start from the head. Actually, let's work from the tail portion and all the way down, right? Okay, so when we're looking at the tail portion, You can see right here that it comes with 2 blades and several missiles at the tip. It's really awesome, and it has that hinge portion where you can move it left and right, just that 360 rotation. I really like this. This right here adds a little beautiful touch to the figure. But yeah, the one thing about this figure though is that the tail portion of this does not move. There's no mobility, but that's fine with me. I'm not really like wanting that anyways. Going down, we go to the head. I really like the wirings that create that that hair. I just wish that they added a little bit of blue wiring, green wiring, or red wiring, or even yellow wiring to make the hair stand out even more rather than just have it just silver. But I mean, look at that like articulation when it comes, or I'm sorry, not the articulation, the sculpting of just the small portions of the chair itself. They're so detailed when it comes to it. I really love that. Like right here, we can see here on his shoulders the wiring as well, which is really nice. Oop, I popped it out. So going back, sorry about that. So going back, let me pop his other one back in. I really like the wiring as well. It's just so awesome. But yeah, so going more about the paint articulation, I really am not a big fan of the back as well. Like I said, I feel like they needed to add more color when it comes to it. They do add a little bit of red right here, and a little blue and red, and blue on the side of the chair. But I mean, it just needs more coloring, honestly. If it added more coloring, it would make it way better. But I love this little detail when it comes to the chair. You can see right here that it's like pulling on his skin, like that grotesque, like ooh, like it makes my body shiver when I'm looking at it. As you can tell right here as well, just having the chair to stretch on his skin. I did find, what is it, a little paint chip right here, but I'm not really tripping off of it. I don't mind at all, because it's, in general, the paint sculpt and articulation on this figure is just beautiful, you guys. Let me see. One thing I really like too is that his stomach is very squishy. It's like a Pillsbury Doughboy. If I sit him down, I'm like right? It's just hilarious. I really like that about the figure as well. Just that little tummy portion. He have a tam. I really like that. Let's look at the mechanical portions. Like I'm saying, the body itself, when it comes to the articulation sculpting, is great. It's just, I keep repeating myself, but I mean, it's very true. I wish that the mechanical portion of the figure had more paint work on it. But I mean, you know, it's still very nice. As you can see here on the bottom of the base, there's wirings coming out of it, and little lights for like a little base, so that way it can stand tall and sturdy. But yeah, you guys, I love this figure overall when it comes to the paint articulation and sculpting. So let's go to the body articulation. Let's start with the head. When we're looking at the head, we can tell that it has slight movement. There's a little bit of movement going left and right, side to side, but not too much because he is a fat bastard. But I mean, come on, you see the double chin right there. Don't lie. And the little chi-chis. Come on, little man boobies. Come on, bro. Dad bod for days, you guys. Hashtag that. But yeah, when it comes to the head, there's slight movement. When it comes to the diaphragm cut, there is slight movement. I mean, he is a bigger creature. And there is a little tilt when it goes to left and right. When it goes to the shoulders, there is a 360 movement, but I'm not going to move him too much because there is wiring coming out from his shoulders. He does have upper bicep swivel. And I really love this, that he comes with pinless double elbows. It's always an added plus when you see that. I love that fact. He has very lengthy arms, which is crazy. I mean, his wingspan in general is just very wide. And right here, when it comes to the wrist, we can see a little swivel and hinge as well, which is really nice. So let's go to the mechanical spider legs. So this is what I honestly wish that they did with Doc Ock. And I hope in the foreseeable future that they do this as well, because when it comes to the spider legs, he does have a little swivel on each one of his legs, which is really nice, and each portion comes with a hinge, so that way you have better movement of the legs, which is really nice. Also, as well, with the hands, the mechanical hands that come attached to it, it does have a swivel and a hinge at each section of the hands, which is awesome. I love it. So let me sit him down. I mean, overall, you guys, this figure is 10 out of 10. I mean, even though the mechanical portion of the figure lacks paint articulation, I mean, I just can't, you can't beat it. It's such a big boy, and it's gonna look so great in my collection. I mean, I'm just very happy that I got this figure. But yeah, let me go to a couple more things. He does come with additional hands, as you can see here. He does have pointer fingers and a hand to where like he can hold stuff, which is nice. Right here, as you can tell, like you can hold little objects in his hands. And he does come with an additional head sculpt, which is all awesome. I love the little tongue out, which is funny. Just kind of brings a little humor to this figure. I don't know which one I really want on my figure, but I mean, I like the tongue and all that, but I really like my villains to look super serious. So yeah, this is the secondary head sculpt. But yeah, so just going back, this figure in general, you guys, looks amazing. But yeah, stay tuned for ending results. So we are back, you guys, and just an overall review again. I really loved this figure. I mean, when it came to the paint articulation on the body itself, fantastical. But I mean, it did not have the same when it came to the mechanical portion, but I mean, it does not sway me away from saying that this figure is amazing, you guys. And if you do not have it in your collection, please look at your local Targets and try and hunt for this figure, because I loved it. I mean, I didn't personally collect the Toy Biz Mojo when it came out. That was a long time ago. I think almost close to 20 years, I think, or maybe 15, I can't really remember. But I'm so glad that they that Hasbro made a Mojo, and now I can personally add it to my collection. But yeah, let me know down on the comments below what you think about this figure. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you have it in your collection? Did you find it at Target? You know, I would love to hear back from all you guys on what you thought about this figure. But yeah, until next time, you guys, keep it G for life.